Get ready with a girl who's not a morning person. So lately I have been hyper focusing on the earthquakes that's been happening in the Pacific, specifically the Ring of Fire. I've been obsessed with the Ring of Fire for almost 20 years since I first heard about it. There was a very large earthquake last week sometime in Russia, which caused the, tsunamis that occurred in all along the West Coast in Hawaii. I've been getting notifications on my phone for different earthquakes. So, back to the tsunamis. Went down a rabbit hole of a tsunami. And I'm sitting there watching how tall they can be, and the tallest recorded one in history, the tallest tsunami in recorded history. So I don't know if you remember a few years ago in Indonesia, where there was this earthquake that happened, really large earthquake, and the tsunami that came in and killed over 200,000 people. So I was went down a rabbit hole, okay, stay with me, and saw the tsunami was about 20 or 30 meters high, which is incredibly frustrating. And not the tsunami is very tragic, and it was a very sad situation. In fact, I remember when it happened, I was in San Diego. I was in I think I was like 20, maybe. Um, Anyways, squirrel mind, like back to the topic at hand, goldfish mind. I was frustrated because I don't know the metric system, and I am so embarrassed to say that in my grown ass age. And if I'm going to be solo traveling next year, I absolutely need to learn the metric system. And even when I went to New Zealand last year, they're on the metric system, and I relied heavily on my phone to convert, right? But my brain always try to find ways to connect the metric system to the unit system that we use here in America. Um, and it just doesn't make sense. Like, even if I try, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm able to convert like dollars from like USD to whatever they use into pounds. Like, I'm able to convert that kind of easily. It's not too hard. But the metric system, like, I can't, I don't understand it. So I have decided to teach myself the metric system. I'm so tired of being in the dark, and I don't know why I don't know why they do not teach this shit in school. I should have learned this as a kid. I should have learned this as an adolescent. I should have learned this in college, but I did not. It's very upsetting. And of course, I was able to figure out, with technology, I was able to figure it out. But if the world is using the metric system, why on Goddess's green fucking planet is America one of the only countries on the planet that still is not on the metric system? It literally just makes no sense. You could literally teach kids both. You can teach kids, the system that we use here, and the system that we use, that most countries use. And it's incredibly frustrating. So I'm going to teach myself the metric system. I'm going to learn how meters work and how kilometers work. It's time. Okay. I think we should start normalizing as a society. I think we should be teaching our kids the metric system. And if you're already teaching your kids the metric system, right on. And, like, you know what? It'll help them when they get older. And it's not hard. I'm sure I can find an app. I was able to find an app when I went to Japan and was able to convert dollars to yen. But it's super easy. I know there's apps for the conversion, but I need to stop relying. We as a society rely too heavily on AI, and we shouldn't be. Okay, we shouldn't be relying so heavily on AI. Or any type of technology. We need to be able to teach ourselves something, open a book, or, yeah, you can use technology to teach yourself. It's, to each its own. I don't give a fuck that. I don't care too deep. It's not even a deep conversation. But I do need to teach myself the metric system, and I fully intend on doing so. So stay tuned. I am giving myself 2 weeks, 2 weeks to learn. There should be something or some type of YouTube channel that can help me learn it. It shouldn't be too hard. Give me 2 weeks. It's what, Tuesday, the first week of August. I should learn by, mid-month, the end of the month at the latest, okay? I will be learning a new metric system before September rolls around. So, wish me luck. And look, here's the finished look.